Hi, I'm Pastor Kurt, and this is your 5-minute Bible study. Today, we're going to look at Romans chapter 15, verses 14 through 33. So this is getting to the end of the book of Romans, and Paul's starting to sign off a little bit here at the end of his letter. But in this particular section, he tells his audience in Rome that he's planning to come and visit them, which is great. But he says before he gets there, he needs to make a pit stop in Jerusalem. Why? Because along the way of his journeys, he's been collecting money to take to the church in Jerusalem, which apparently has been facing some hard financial times. So all of these other churches in the area have been helping them out. They've been giving money to Paul to take to the church in Jerusalem. Now that's fantastic. Sometimes today, churches do that very same thing. We will give money to help other churches that are struggling. Or sometimes you might be the recipient of that. Sometimes other people might help you out when you're facing a hard situation, right? This is what the church is called to do. Paul also asks the people in Rome to pray for him because he knows that this isn't necessarily going to go easy for him. Now, why? Wouldn't delivering money to a place, wouldn't that be easy? Well, not necessarily. Because Paul says that there are some people in Jerusalem who are going to give him a hard time. They're not going to readily accept his help or the help from these churches that have been contributing for it. Sometimes we can be like that. Sometimes we are in desperate need of help, but we don't want people to help us. That can become very much of a pride thing. Think about yourself. Are you easily able to ask someone else for help? And are you willing to let them help you? So often, we like being the ones who give the help. We can give the money, we can give the things, we can support other people in this other unfortunate situation. We like doing that. And I think we like doing that because that means we have the power, right? You are the one giving the help, not the one receiving the help. You are the one helping the, quote, less fortunate, which means that you are the, quote, more fortunate. And in giving, sometimes you get what's called the helper's high. You get this chemical rush in your body that makes you feel good for helping. Now, yes, of course, we are called to help others. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. We should do that. But I also want us to think about how it feels to be the one receiving the help. Are you willing to receive help from others? Or would you be like the people in Jerusalem who give Paul a hard time? Obviously, not everybody in Jerusalem is going to give him a hard time. Some will be happy to receive the help that he's bringing. But Paul's aware that not everybody there is going to be open to this. Sometimes that can be us. Sometimes we desperately need the help, but we don't want somebody to help us. Maybe because it's a pride thing, maybe because we think we shouldn't, maybe we think it's a sign of weakness, whatever it is, okay? We come up with all these excuses for why we don't want to accept somebody's help. But this is what the church does. We help each other. And sometimes you're the giver, and sometimes you're the receiver. It's okay to receive help from others when you need it. Just like it's okay to give help to others when they need it. And it's okay to support those who are giving the help to others. Maybe you aren't the one specifically helping somebody in a certain situation, but you can support the ones who do, like the people Paul is writing to in Rome. He is asking them to pray for him as he goes about this task of delivering this money to the people in Jerusalem. So he's the one actually delivering the money, delivering the goods, delivering the help. But he also needs to be helped. He's like, I need your prayers in this. This isn't going to be easy. And so that's what the people there in Rome can do. So sometimes you are the person giving the help. Sometimes you are the person receiving the help. And sometimes you are the person who supports the one who's giving the help. This is what the church does. This is how we show Jesus' love to others, by helping them, and sometimes being the ones who receive their help too. There's your 5-minute Bible study. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.